So you want to make some money? You want to make all the money? I think you've come to the right place, but are you looking at the right stock? Today we're going to talk about Zomedica and whether it's a hype train, whether it's just taken off, or it's about to come into the station crashing. So if you want to make some money, hang out. You know, Carol Baskins, she killed her husband, whacked him. She talked about Zomedica and it jacked him, right? Or something like that. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Stock Advantage. My name is Darren, and today we're going to talk about Zomedica. It's been very popular. I've seen a lot of people asking questions on whether they should buy it, what's the cause for the big run-ups lately, just what are the opportunities, right? Everybody's looking for the next big stock, the next big pop, and everybody wants to make money, which is not a problem. So let's break it down. Let's look into some of the catalysts that have happened so far, kind of where it's been, where they're going, and what's next. So let's jump right into it. First off, we got to talk about what Zomedica is, or ZOM. It's a veterinary health company. They make products for companion animals by focusing on the unmet needs of clinical veterinarians, right? So they're looking into testing procedures. How do you test animals for certain diseases, certain conditions? And so that's kind of the background of where they are and where they're coming from, right? So their mission is to provide veterinarians with the opportunity to lower cost, increase productivity, and grow revenue while better servicing animals in their care. Okay, so that's cool. Why is everybody talking about it? One word, Truforma. Actually, a couple other words, Carol Baskins, but Truforma mostly. All right, so let's talk about Truforma. It is their first product that they're releasing. It's a biosensor platform, so it's a piece of testing equipment, right? You take a sample, I think it's a blood sample, you put it in this machine, and it does all kinds of fancy stuff, and it has to do with acoustic waves across the blood, and I mean, it gets real scientific, but the bottom line is it's supposed to deliver quick results for animal diagnostics there in the office very quickly. I already said quickly, but even quicker than quickly, like super quickly. Quicker, quickest, or something like that. All right, so that's what Truforma is. That's what Zomedica is all about. So let's look at some of the price action here. Okay, so if you go back and look, this stock just a few months ago was trading less than 10 cents a share, and today it's like almost $2 a share. So a few things. If you look back, November 13th, they set their launch target for their new Truforma platform. They set it for March 30th, 2021, tentatively. And so whenever they announced that, the stock jumped 40%. Next up, January 4th, they appointed a new CEO. The stock jumped 100%. January 11th, Carol Baskins did a cameo video talking about Zomedica and Truforma. And that sucker jumped 300% because, Carol Baskins, she killed her husband, whacked him. She talked about Zomedica and it jacked him, right? Or something like that. What? Oh, help me. It's time for bed. Okay, so January 18th, they issue a shareholder letter. That didn't do anything. January 25th, they signed the Truforma distribution agreement with Miller Veterinary and Supply. And so you didn't really see a price move that week. And I think a lot of that was due to everybody had their money tied up in GameStop and AMC trying to get their way to the moon. I think we may have just busted into the atmosphere and then came crashing back down in a flaming inferno. But you can still hope, right? But what you saw this last week, February 1st through 5th, it started gaining a lot of traction. It gained almost another 100% this week. It didn't really have a clear reason, but I think that was a lag from the distribution agreement from January 25th. And then also you had a lot of money. Either people lost a lot of money on AMC and GameStop, or they were looking for the next, flight out of the atmosphere. And so I think between those two things, you saw another big run up this week in Zomedica. And so if you add all that up over the last 3 months, Zomedica is up 2,400%. It's up from like 8 cents a share all the way up to, I think, $1.91 when the markets closed on Friday. And so, then the question is it done? I don't think so. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about opportunities going forward, because the likelihood of 2,400%, I think you've already missed that boat. But there is some significant possibilities going forward. So let's look at it. First off, you've got some upcoming catalysts, right? So you look at all the catalysts so far and what they've done. They've caused it to run up. So it's just obvious to think that the more catalysts that come out, the more this stock can run up prior to the March 30th release. So if they sign any more distribution agreements, you could see a big pop there. As they get closer to the release date, they release some more information on it, or they confirm that March 30th date. I think you'll see a run up based on that information. If they give like a pre-order, right? If they give some kind of specific numbers that's really going to beef it up, because this is not like a lot of stocks that a lot of people are out there trying to buy. They actually have physical products that they're going to be delivering that are proven, at least in their realm. And so this is potential going forward, right? This is the birth of something that could be a lot bigger. They've also got two other products related to pet diagnostics. And so any news released related to those could yield a big pop for the company as well. I see a lot of stuff happening here in the next few months. Plus, I think people right now are just blindly throwing their money at anything that people suggest. And so, before you do that, you just need to take some of this into account. A lot of the big run is already over, but I think there's potential here. I'd say my price target pre-launch, as long as the launch doesn't get pulled or pushed out, as long as nothing negative comes out, I could see the stock going from $1.90, so just say $2 a share, up to the $3 to $4 range. So you've got potential for another 50% to 100% in the next month and a half, which is a pretty good return. But that's just my temporary price target. I think once they release this product, a lot of the hype is going to be built into it ahead of time. So I think once they do the release and some of the hype kind of goes away, I think you will see a pullback some on this. But I think in the long term, this company does have a lot of potential. So you can play this a couple ways. You can go for the short term swing, the couple day pop, the couple week, whatever that may be. Or you can look at it for more of a long-term hold if you believe in what the company's doing and you think that it's going to be positive going forward with the release of additional products and the success of Truforma. I would anticipate this stock to pull back a little bit at the beginning of this week, Monday and Tuesday, just because if you look back at the other catalyst and the big spikes, the 40%, the 100%, almost every time a day or two later, they have a pretty sharp pullback, claiming about half of that gain, right? It'll drop about half that much. So this stock could drop, 20 to 50% back down come Monday or Tuesday. I anticipate some pullback. So if that's the opportunity, you're looking for an avenue to get in, I would wait for a little bit of a pullback if it shows signs of that. If you believe in the company and you think, hey, I'm holding it, I think it's a $10 company, a $20 company, then just look for a good opportunity to get in. Do not buy the hype that this stock is going to be the next major thing and it's going to go to $200 a share and you're going to become rich on it, right? I don't anticipate that happening. But if you are interested in it and you do think it's a good company, I would suggest looking into investing into it. But don't throw all your money in it blindly. Do your own due diligence. Go to the company website. They've got a lot of good information. See if it lines up with your investment strategy, and then go from there. Don't take anybody's straight opinion on buy it here, sell it here. This is for you to decide. I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not giving you advice here. I'm just kind of telling you what I'm seeing with this stock and in this market, so that maybe you can be a little more informed and go do some due diligence and see if it's a right investment for you or a right trade for you as well. So that's going to be pretty much it, guys. Just wanted to touch a little bit on Zomedica. I've seen a lot of people asking about that stock, a lot of people talking about it, trying to figure out, should they buy, should they hold, what should they do in case of that, where do we see it going? I do think in the short term it's going to go up another 50 to 100% after a minor pullback on Monday or Tuesday. So I'm going to be looking for the pullback early next week, and then maybe look for a good entry opportunity as well. But I think it's going to continue to run up until the release of the product. And then after it's released, I do see another pullback coming down, and maybe another good opportunity if you want to buy and hold for the long term. So anyways, that's going to be pretty much it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and like it, subscribe. If you have another ticker or another stock you would like me to discuss or do a little research on, go ahead and put that in the comments down below. That's it. That's all I got. So until next time, have a great day and God bless.